Hi, hi. Welcome, people. The new episode of Peter's English podcast has started or has been started. I have to discover it because I don't know. And we can start. I'm your host, Peter. Welcome. I'm the owner of my Peter's English podcast. And as you know, my Peter's English podcast is about my novel, The Red Vampire Diary. It's about practicing my speaking skills in English, and it's about motivating you for learning English because this is an educational podcast and I use my own stories and 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 this podcast for learning English. It's my learning English, and we can start with the slogan. Yes, people, as you know, I have my official slogan. But wait a minute. It we can move. Okay, okay. Is it better? Is not. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Or I can go because it's too loud. Okay, now it's better. I had to move my microphone, but I think it's okay. And we can start with the slogan. Yes, it has to be fun. Yes, people, as you know, I created my own slogan of Peter's English Podcast during last Christmas 2025, and we can start. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people, welcome. Uh, as you know, oh, Peter, don't destroy your studio light because it was too and don't destroy your headphones. It's now my stand-up routine. As you know, this is my Ramble episode because it's not picture-in-picture episode where I want to learn English with the study and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot. And why I use always Copilot? Because it's funny, I can use it, and I use the premium account, and I simply use it because I like to use it. It's a great tool, but you can use a lot of others AI chatbots. I mean, like Grok or DeepSeek or ChatGPT or Gemini. But okay, and yes, people, this is the Ramble episode, and my Ramble episode means that I want to ramble without preparation for 1 hour. Yes, people, this is Peter's Sunday Ramble, and we can start. And I don't want to stop. I want to talk about every kind of nonsense. It's a kind of the my own competition, and thanks to it, I can practice my speaking skills in English. Okay, people, we can start with the sport. And yes, as you know, Slovakia was in the semifinal, was in the it was in the semifinal and in the bronze medal match in Winter Olympics ice hockey tournament, and we had fourth place. Great boys, and I can continue something another because I'm not a big fan of sports. I don't like sports because my new hobby is learning English and can be your hobby too. And we can start with the why you should learn English. English is an international language. Thanks to it, you can connect with the whole world. You can meet a new people. You can travel around the world. You can have better job. You can enjoy a big world of English content. You can watch movies and series in English. You can listen to your favorite English podcasts and audiobooks in English. You can create your own podcast. Thanks to it, you can practice your speaking skills in English, and you can create your own English novel like myself about your favorite English characters. and as you know, English is the main language of the internet. In fact, and the 90% of the knowledge is in English, and the technical language number one is English, and the main language of the business is English. And then you can learn if you want other languages, but I think English is the main language for the connecting with the whole planet, and this is the main reason why you should learn English. And because learning English is for everyone, and it can be your hobby too. Okay, I can speak. Yes, I can start with the section from the kitchen of Peter's English podcast. Okay. Uh, Yesterday I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 25 of season 2 of my novel, Vira the Vampire Diary. It's called Vampire Girl versus Peter's Belly. It's about uh, it's about the story where Vera wanted to change Peter's lifestyle because he eats a lot of sweets, he doesn't eat healthy food, and he has a big belly. Yes, I made fun of all myself, and I created this new chapter 25 with this kind of topic. It has a full of funny dialogues that I like, and today is my Ramble episode, and every workday of week A is we found my podcast because I have to work in the afternoon. Yes, people, I have my own calendar, and yes, I don't know if you know, but the last Friday, I mean the 20, Friday, 20th February, the 20th February 2026, it was my Peter's publish day, and I published all of my 8 last recordings that I publish for the last 14 days. You can watch it everywhere. And now I can start with the statistics of Peter's English podcast. And yes, because I have a very great news about my statistics. YouTube is the same. I have 30 followers on my YouTube channel. Thank you, people. Thank you, people, very much. And the numbers of my long videos of my own podcast are terrible, but it's YouTube. And if you want to be successful, you have to like your doing your own content, your own podcast. You have to do good content, and the first thing is that you have to pay for the marketing if you want to show your podcast. But it doesn't mean that your podcast can be successful. But okay, it's not about numbers. My podcast is about practicing my English and having fun with it because it's my hobby. And now the statistics of my Spotify for creators account. I want to tell you the total downloads or streams for every for my Spotify, and for every other podcast app where is my audio, and the total numbers are great. My podcast has been downloaded or streamed by 1,741 times, and that's great. And then the biggest the most of the viewers are from the USA, and the second place is for Japan. Yes, people, my biggest countries, My two biggest countries are the USA and Japan. Thank you, people. Hi, USA people. Hi, Japanese people. Hi, hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for watching and listening my podcast. In the first place is my country, Slovakia, and that's great. And now the gender and the age of my of my listeners or viewers. But these numbers, these statistics are only for Spotify. On Spotify, the best country is Slovakia, of course, and the most of the audience are women in my age from 80 from 18 to 35 years old, because I'm Peter and I'm 35 years old, and that's great. That means my audience are women in my age. That's interesting. But yes, and I didn't tell you that on my YouTube channel, the audience are men. Who knows why? But these statistics are only for my YouTube reels, because the biggest numbers have YouTube reels, and my uh, best episodes uh, can have, I don't know, maybe 100 views, but that's all. And it's only one episode, and others have terrible numbers. But as I said before, I'm doing this podcast because it's my hobby and I like to do it. And okay, I can continue that. Please, if you want to support me, please follow me in every podcast app, including Spotify or Deezer, where I'm too. And you can follow me on my YouTube channel. Uh, you can follow my YouTube channel, and you can write everywhere positive comments. You can write positive comments on my YouTube channel and or on my Spotify, and it will be great. But please, if you want to support me with a positive comment, please comment it in English, not in your language, because I don't speak your language. If you are not from Slovakia or from Czechia, I cannot, and I don't want to speak in Slovak language, because this podcast is about learning English, and I want to talk in English and write in English or chat or answer the your comments only in English. That means please write in English. Uh, what else? Yes, I didn't tell you that I have Spotify 11 followers. Thank you very much. And now I can tell you my plans. Okay, if you know, the next week is week A. That means every work week or of week A, I don't have time for doing this podcast, and it's a good idea, because it's a good idea to have a few free days with fun doing my podcast. I cannot do my podcast every time. Then the next Saturday, my plan is to do my next podcast day. I called it podcast day, but it's about writing, streaming, and recording the chapter 26 of season 2 of my novel Vira the Vampire Diary, because I want to continue with the writing my novel Vira the Vampire Diary, and the next Saturday is the time for my Ramble episode, for my next Peter Sunday Ramble episode, where I want to ramble with one preparation for 1 hour. And then I want from Friday from Monday of week B until Thursday of week B, I want to do picture in picture episodes, where I want learn English. We study and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot, and the 6th of March 2026 is my next publish day, when I want to publish the next 8 episodes of Peter's English Podcast. And that's my new calendar, and I can explain you why I did it. Because I used to do everything in one day. Imagine my podcast day. I imagine my podcast day that is every Saturday. I used to write my story for 6 hours, then I streamed for 20 minutes, and then I edited. No, I don't edit my episodes, and then I started to chat with AI chatbots, because I use them for the helping with the writing my descriptions and titles and so on, and I publish my my episode for the next 2 hours, and I always end in 2 or 3 a.m. next day, that it's Sunday. And it's not a very good idea to do everything in one day, but I didn't care. I didn't used to care about it until my last until my last Christmas. That was Christmas 2025, where I did my podcast for the whole day, and it wasn't a good idea, and I decided to change and start the new era of Peter's English Podcast, because I call it the new era of Peter's English Podcast, and it's called the new era of Peter's English Podcast because I started to do picture in picture episodes, and I did my official structure of Peter's English Podcast. That is, I have 3 types of episodes. The first kind of episodes is picture in picture episodes, where that are that are learn English with Peter, and these kind of episodes are about chatting with the study and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot. The second type of episode is are PIP episodes, and they are storytelling type of episodes, and they are about writing, streaming, and recording my novel Vera the Empirical Diary. And the third type is my Peter's Ramble episodes, and these are the kind of episodes where I want to ramble for 1 hour without any kind of preparation. And my plan is to create the fourth kind of episodes that are Peter's talk show, and this kind of episodes might be about the interview with my guests, but I don't have any guests until now, and who knows what can happen in the future. And okay, and what I don't know how to continue now. Wait a minute. Yes, I can explain you why I do my novel. I decided how to start. I decided to practice my writing skills in English, and because thanks to practicing your writing skills, you can practice your English, and you can write every kind of your thoughts into the story, and you can create something funny, interesting, educational that you like. And I started to write my own fairy tales. And I created my ebook Peter's Fairy Tales that you can find on my Wattpad. And then I decided to do my novel Vera the Vampire Diary. And thanks to this novel, thanks to my novel, I can practice my writing skills in English, and my system and my structure of the writing is very simple. I write the Slovak version of my novel, of my episode, of my chapter into the chat of Microsoft Copilot, and Microsoft Copilot only translates it into natural spoken English, because thanks to it I can learn English version, natural English version of my Slovak version, and that's great. And you people, you don't believe me, but I wrote 55 chapters of my novel, The Vampire Diary, and I created 2 seasons. First season has 40 chapters, and the second season has 25 chapters, and I decided that I want to do every 30 chapters per episode, per season, because on Wattpad you can cut your novel into seasons, and that's great. Okay, I don't know how to continue, and I don't know if I want to explain you again my history of my learning English, but I can, because yes, I think it's a good idea to talk about my novel now, The Vampire Diary. And why? Because I like to write my novel. It's my hobby. Thanks to it, I can learn English, and it's a good idea for practicing your writing skills in English, and that's great. And why? And the second option why I don't write directly in English is I'm not a native speaker, and I can learn from the thanks to AI chatbots. And okay, why? Okay, I can tell you the history of my novel, Without the Vampire Diary, the whole story. It's everything started when I decided to read my first novel in English. It was Dracula by Bram Stoker, and I liked Dracula's female vampire brides. They were very beautiful, attractive, seductive, and very dangerous. And I decided that I was inspired thanks to these female vampire brides, and I connected it with my with the parody and satire of women, because I always like to because I always like to do humor and fun from women, and from everything, yes, from in English. Oh, Peter, now you are talking like, oh, Peter, relax, relax. Okay, it's only the Ramble episodes. Don't. It's not English lesson or something like that. Oh, I don't want to be mean. I like my English lesson with my English teacher. Hi, my English teacher. I wish you a great day, great weekend. Thank you for your support, help. And I always like to make fun of everything in my novel, because I always think that women are very dangerous female vampires who can flirt with you and drink your energy, destroy you, and throw you into the rubbish and go on to the next victim. Yes, and this was the main reason why I did my main female character, Vera the Vampire Diary, because I'm fascinated of female vampires. Yes, of course, I'm normal man. It's normal. I'm not hiding behind something. We found something else, and then I started to write. My first chapters were not very good, I think, but I decided to keep them because it's the history now of my novel. my first episode, my first chapters didn't have any funny dialogues, and my first chapter didn't have a lot of dialogues, and then I decided to change my novel into comedy sitcom because my novel is a comedy sitcom, and I added a lot of funny dialogues that are funny, a little spicy, but they are okay with the publishing of everywhere because I like to have make fun of everything, and and later I added a lot of funny dialogues, and now my novel has 55 chapters. And who is Vera? Vera is the main character created by myself. I only chose her name from the Slovak names calendar. Don't worry, people. I wasn't inspired by any real women with this name because, as you know, there are a lot of women with this name, Vera. I cannot change it, and and uh, every female Slovak name is so popular that everyone can connect this uh, now with the name of my main female character, Vera the Vampire Girl, and I decided that Vera is the 18 years old, the female vampire girl. She lives in the East Slovakia with her parents in the old castle because I'm from the East Slovakia. She lives with her family in her castle. They live in the Middle Age because her great great father liked to rule uh, his family in uh, in the Middle Age. No, mm, in the way of the Middle Age rules, but then there are and they closed from the old world because they want to be independent and want to have private life. But Vera discovered the real world, and she was very shocked because they lived in the Middle Age, and she decided to discover the modern Slovakia, and she did it. She escaped, and she find with her friends that I forgot to add in the later episodes, and I don't have uh, any feelings for her best friends. I have feelings only for my main characters, Vera and Peter. And she found Peter who helped her. No, wait a minute. She helped him where he was in the trouble. Then they fell in love, and Vera was his girlfriend. Yes, and I liked. Uh, and I started to make fun of the girls of the modern relationship. I mean, romantic relationship between men and women. And I decided that Vera has to be dominant, strict, and she has to be the main boss of the romantic relationship because I like to make fun of romantic relationships in general. And, and I did it, and uh, and then but then I discovered that, oh, Peter, your main character is too strict and dominant and negative and a big villain. But yes, she is a positive main character, but she was too strict, and I decided to add to her character positive uh, things, and now she is a supportive girlfriend with a lot of empathy and feelings, and I have my own rules because my role because my lore of my novel Virat the Vampire Diary is totally unique, and who knows, in the future I can be a successful author of my novel. I can earn a lot of money, millions of dollars, thanks to the cooperation with big movie or movie broadcasting services because I can sign the contract with them, and I can create animated sitcom or movie or series about Vira the Vampirical Diary because it can be good merchandising. But don't worry, people, I only joking. I don't want to do this kind of things. I do my podcast for the fun. Is always free. My podcast will stay always free, and my novels stays always free too. But who knows what the future can bring to us. But as you know, I want to continue because learning English is my lifestyle. Yes, I live in the East Slovakia with my parents, and I like learning English, as you know. Yes, this is the information for the people who started to watch me right now. But until 30 minutes of rambling, everyone escaped because no one wants to watch this nonsense. But I do it because I like to practice. And if you want to practice your speaking skills in English, you have to practice everything. You have to practice your listening skills because you have to listen a lot of natural British or American English. And there are a lot of English podcasts and movies and series, and people I like to listen to my favorite English podcast while I'm doing something at home, and that's great relaxation. Thanks to it, I discovered that I like to do my chores, and I like to do them for a very long time in my free time while I'm listening something, and that's great. And when I have time, I listen to my favorite English podcast too. Yes, of course. And I write my novel, Vira the Vampirical Diary, and I do my Peter's English podcast. Okay, people. And yes, you have to practice everything. You have to practice your listening skills, writing skills, speaking skill, pronunciation, English grammar, but English grammar and in the context, of course, and vocabulary in the context. Yes, this is clear. And you can use, and now how to learn English. And we can move to the big section that is AI, the artificial intelligence. I'm a big fan of artificial intelligence because this is the perfect tool for learning English. You can use AI chatbots for learning English, and you can change them into English teachers. And the second thing is AI chatbots weren't created for replacing people. No, they were created for helping people, and they are very good tools for learning English. How to use them? You can chat with them in English. They can find you every kind of information from the internet. Thanks to AI chatbots, thanks to ChatGPT, I created this podcast. Thanks to ChatGPT, I discovered how to create my Peter's English podcast, how to create my website, how to do everything, and what to buy. And now, and don't be scared, don't be scared that about the future of AI because people I want to tell you something now. The big companies created AI chatbots as a tool for helping people. Don't believe that in the future AI can be independent like these horror movies about AI. Don't believe this. And people don't know how human brain works. Why somebody wants to create independent AI that can be self-aware? Don't believe this shit because it's a big shit. And don't worry, the independent self-aware AI is only a science fiction, and it will be for a very long time. Yes, AI can be better and better and better, but AI cannot replace humans because humans have feelings, humans have empathy, and there are some people who are think, oh, AI can replace my content, or AI can replace my job. Don't worry, people, it's not true. As I said, AI was created for learning English. Uh, yes, for learning English too. AI was created for helping people as a tool. Companies didn't create AI for replacing people. And it's not possible. It's only a tool and it stays. And okay, in the future, who knows what can happen. But I think that people wants to connect with other people and not with the machine or with the AI. Don't worry. But as I said before, I don't think that the future is about independent artificial intelligence that is more intelligent than people. No, it's not possible. And okay, if it's so, do you think that something that is more intelligent than people wants to destroy us, want to replace us? We don't know how to create this kind of artificial intelligence. How we know how to create something that has its own feelings and empathy or desires. It's not possible until now. And who knows, but I don't think that companies would be so stupid and they can create something so evil that can destroy us. Don't worry, it's not true. AI was created for helping us as a tool, and it stays a tool. It doesn't have feelings, it doesn't have empathy, and only companies, only people can change it. Not it cannot change itself. And the second thing is privacy and security. People, you use internet for everything. Are you scared? I have to tell you that if you use internet, if you use every kind of service, you always you have to write something into the internet, and these companies can have your data. Don't believe that only AI uses your data, but don't worry, they have rules for it, and they have to rule how European Union told them they cannot do evil things. Don't believe this shit. This is the kind of conspiracy theory. Internet is full of nonsense and conspiracy theory. And okay, what else? Yes, I don't know if it's a good idea. Yes, I can talk about this because this is, I mean, artificial intelligence is a very interesting tool, and it can help you with learning English a lot. Imagine you have your English teacher. You have your English lessons every week. I like me, and you listen to your favorite English podcast, or you are watching your favorite English movies and series, and you can use AI for practicing everything from your English lessons with your English teacher, from your English podcasts, and that's great. And okay, now I want to explain you that okay, I don't know if it's a good idea to talk about sport now, but okay, I want to tell you my opinion. It's only my opinion. I don't understand this sports mania in general. Yes, it's normal to be the fan of your club, of your representation in football or ice hockey. Okay, you are the big fan. You are supportive. You want, and you are happy. But this, I don't understand this. In my opinion, I don't understand this. This euphoria. Yes, this is the best word. Because okay, your imagine that, I don't know, that your team is successful in sport in general. You are happy. you are celebrating, you have a big euphoria. But then, what do you have in your hand? Nothing. But thanks to learning English, thanks to creating your own English podcast, and thanks to writing your own English novel, you can change your life. You can be happy, and you can change something, because the best idea how to change your life is invest into yourself. Be happy thanks to improving yourself. This is the best idea. And don't believe this shit about investing into money, into I don't know what else, or investing into properties, into because there are some people who want to live in the big houses, they like to have cars, and they like luxus. I don't know if it's the main luxurious things, yes. And I don't understand why why somebody thinks that property, that having a property or investing into money can improve your life. No, it's not investment into your life. The best investment into your life is investing into yourself, into myself, into yourself. You have to invest into yourself. Yes, care about your health, because your health is very important. Then learn English, change your life, because learning English is for everyone, and everyone can be happy, and everyone can have fun with learning English. And the next thing, learning English is my hobby, and no one can destroy learning English, my learning English, because it's my hobby. You cannot tell me what I should do, because it's my life, it's my life, it's my decision how I should live, and learning English is my hobby, and I want to fight for it. And I don't want to spend my time with somebody who doesn't care about my feelings, who doesn't care about learning English, and he didn't want to learn English like myself, because I want to connect with everyone who likes learning English like me, who likes watching movies and series in English like me, who likes listening his or her favorite English podcast and audiobooks, who is content creator like me, that means it did English podcast and write it's over novel like me. Yes, people, I want to connect with similar people like myself, and if I met somebody, we can create Peter's English podcast community. We can have fun together, and my plan is simple. I want to do live streams, and then I want to create from my live stream regular episodes where we have to show people how to have fun, like in my favorite English podcasts. And now I want to talk about my favorite English podcasts, because I want to do free art for them. My favorite English podcasts are free, not two, free. The first one is Luke's English Podcast. Luke's English Podcast is my favorite English podcast for learners of English. It's about real British English, because Luke Thompson is an English teacher, stand-up comedian, and he's a great man of English learning. He's a big man of learning English, and he's been doing his Luke's English podcast for at least 15 years, and Luke has two kinds of episodes. Luke creates free episodes and LEP Premium. Free episodes are about real English, real British English with humor and fun, because Luke is very funny guy and he's perfect. I like his podcast a lot. I'm his big fan. I'm proud LEP. I'm the proud Labster, and I'm the proud Luke's English podcast premium member, and you can support Luke thanks to LEP Premium. And the second and the best thing of it is that thanks to supporting Luke, thanks to you buying LEP Premium, you can support Luke and you can learn real British English, how it's spoken, because Luke's English podcast is about serious teaching on British English, and it's a great tool for improving your English. And every episode of LEP has at least 1 hour, and Luke created at least 976 episodes, I think, free. And LEP Premium has now 200 episodes. Yes, Luke, this free ad is for you. You are my hero. Thank you, Luke, for your great job. The second is All This English podcast. It's an American English podcast about American English and American culture. The host of All Is English is Lindsay, Michelle, and Jessica, and they have 2 kinds of podcasts: All Is English and IELTS Energy podcast. But I listen to All Is English, and you can listen natural American English conversation between 2 American English native speakers, and it's great. And the third one is Speak English podcast now with Georgiana. Georgiana is an American English native speaker. She's an English teacher from the USA, and her podcast is about American English and American culture. And yes, of course, All Is English and Speak English podcast now podcast with Georgiana have their own premium services that you can use for improving your English, but I don't use them, and I don't know, and I don't have a lot of information about them. But I'm a proud member of LEP Premium, as I said, but I have to start to use it because my free time is full of learning, of listening. Yes, I have to tell you, the main thing why I don't listen LEP Premium a lot is that I listen LEP free episodes, and I have listened until now 935 episodes. I mean 935 free episodes of LEP, and I really improved my English thanks to listening. And I told it because my favorite English podcasts in general are funny, interesting, and it's about natural English, how it's spoken, and you can spend your free time with listening of my favorite English podcast. You can have fun, you can do everything what you want thanks to all the magic of audio podcast. You can do a lot of things at home, and you can improve your listening skills. And this is the main magic of learning English. You have to listen a lot if you want to improve your English. And yes, you have to practice your speaking skills. People don't believe that with speaking skills in English, you can change your life. You have to practice your speaking skills in English. You have a lot of options. You don't need to do your own podcast, but I strongly recommend it. Why? Because you can speak whatever about everything. You can connect with others, people who like you, who like learning English like you, and you can write your own novel because you have to practice your writing skills too. You create your own universe, create your own main characters, and you can inspire yourself thanks to your own life, thanks to your own experiences from your life. Don't end your novel because you don't know how to continue. I always inspire myself from my real life, and then I create, and I'm always inspired by my own life, and I create something funny where I like to do all the strong satire of my life. And why not? And I like to laugh from my life, and that's great. And okay, I've been streaming for 49 minutes. I'm so proud of myself. In the end, on the episode, because I want to stream the last 11 minutes, I want to tell you again that learning English is my hobby. I like to learn English. I like to do my Peter's English podcast, and I like to make my novel, The Empirical Diary. No one can order me. No one can command me. How should I spend my free time, or what I should do in my free time, or what should I do in my life? It's my opinion. It's my life, and no one can command me. No one can give me orders, and I always and yes, I have to tell you that in my novel I like to make fun of people who like to give orders and who like to command other people. I always like to make fun of the people. My novel is full of this strong satire about commanding someone, and no one can command me. No one can destroy my dream that is learning English. Yes, people, it's my hobby. No one can destroy it. You cannot destroy my dream that is learning English. And my future friends or my future girlfriend has to support my dream that is learning English. And I like to be independent. That means I like to watch movies and series in English. I like to listening to my favorite English podcast, and I like to write my novel, Pierre and the Vampire Diary. And I always have to repeat it because I want to tell you that you cannot destroy it. If you want to be my girlfriend, I mean girls, if you want to be my girlfriend in the future, uh, and I want to tell you in general that everyone who wants to be my friend or who wants to connect with me, you have to have the same hobby as myself, that is learning English. You have to be fanatic in learning English like me. You have to like your time that you are spending with learning English and doing your podcast and doing your novel. You have to know what that you don't like if someone wants to change destroy your dream, and no one can do this. You cannot do this, and I want to fight for my dream that is learning English, and it's my thing. It's my business, and you cannot change it. Okay, people, that's it. And follow me everywhere. Yes, you can follow my YouTube channel. You can follow my Spotify, and every other and every and every podcast app where I am. And because you can find me in every podcast app, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Spotify and other podcast apps. And yes, I'm on Apple Podcasts too, and I'm on Deezer, and I'm on Audible, and I'm everywhere. And yes, you can find my novel, The Empirical Diary, on my Wattpad, and but that can be Peter, but I don't have Wattpad and I don't want to register there. Okay, my novel, you can find on my petersenglishpodcast.com. Visit my website and you can discover my novel there. But you can visit my link tree. That is the description. Is the link for bio, where is everything from the complete Peter world. You can find there in my link tree my all favorite English podcast, my all favorite AI chatbots, and the best platforms for learning English that are Jazykoi Mentoring, Podcast and Vyuka I Online, Podcast.cz. And thanks to these platforms, I changed my way how I learned English, and I want to now tell you in the end about them. And Jazykoi Mentoring, Podcast, the leader is polyglot, is the language polyglot, Lydia, and she speaks, I think, at least 9 languages, and you can discover her free YouTube channel where you can learn a lot of where you can learn a lot from her, how to learn English, or if you want to support her, you can use her paid service, and you can find a lot of interesting advices how to learn English thanks to Výuka a online.cz. The leader is an English teacher, Eliška Krásna. She's from Czechia, and she has her own YouTube channel. She has her own Instagram, where you can find her and you can learn how to learn English. And if you want to support her, you can use her paid services. And thanks to it, you can improve your English too. It's on you. But I don't need this because I have my own way how to learn English, and I created my own system for how to learn English. Thanks to it, I've been learning English since August 2022 until now, and I think that I really improved my English because, as you know, now I've been streaming for 56 minutes without preparation, without interruption. I always can find something interesting that I can speak, and that's great. And I cannot forget that Grok, Grok, the AI chatbot, added new functions that you can use if you want. But as I said before, there are a lot of others AI chatbots that you can use, and you can discover if other AI chatbots didn't add something. I mean the new functions, because they are always updating, and that's great. Okay, people, and Peter, don't be shy. In the end, is the last 3 minutes of this Peter Sunday Ramble, and what to say in the end? Learn English. Yes, I can repeat my slogan. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. And it's true, learning English is for everyone, and thanks to learning English, you can change your life, you can open a lot of doors, and it's better learning. And I think learning English can be something that can be it can be your friend for the whole your life, and you can open a lot of doors. Thanks to you can change your life, and this is the most important thing for humans, because English can really change you in the positive way, and you can meet your new friends, you can have a better job, you can live everywhere, you can meet your new love. Everything is possible. You don't need driver license or other shit. Why? Okay, you can do this, but learning English is the most important thing. Don't believe that is not. Yes, it is. And if you don't know how to learn English, if you need advices, and you are from Slovakia, and start with Výuka.online.cz or jazykový-mentoring.sk, where you can find a lot of free, useful information how to start learning English. And you have to start listening at first. If you don't know how to improve your listening skill, you have to listen. And you have to listen natural English, I think. And the best idea is listening my favorite English podcast. And yes, I didn't talk about apps like Duolingo, and don't use this app. It's a great game, but it's only a game. Thanks to Duolingo, you cannot improve your English. Why? Now I can talk about Duolingo in the end. I used to play with Duolingo. I was thinking, Peter, thanks to Duolingo you can speak English. But I later discovered everything is scripted. You can learn only American English. But as you know, there are British English, American English, Australian English, South Africa English, New Zealand English, Australian English, and other people, and the international language and the international English. In Duolingo, you only play simple exercises that are scripted. You don't practice your listening, you don't practice your speaking. This is the most important thing. In Duolingo, you don't practice your speaking skills. It's only a game. You cannot improve your English. And yes, there are some funny stories in English, but they are too simple. You have to listen natural English in an English podcast. Don't use this app. It's stupid app. Use AI chatbots instead of that. Use My Fine English podcast for listening. And watch free videos on YouTube like jazykovymotory.sk or vyuka.online.cz, how to learn English. Change your life and create your own world. Create your own universe. That means create your own novel. Create your own stories in English. And that's the main thing, how to learn English, how to learn a language in general. Don't use this stupid app. Please don't use it. It's not good. Believe me. Think about it. Okay, people, that's it. Thank you for your thinking. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. Follow me everywhere. And yes, about Duolingo, I told you my personal experience. If you have another if you have your own experience about Duolingo, or if you have a different opinion, okay, it's your thing. I don't care. You can use if you like. It's your life. It's not my life. I told you my explanation and my experience about Duolingo and why you shouldn't use it. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your listening. And I want to tell you bye bye.